I'm irritated. You wanna know why? Because I had to sit through this. Trinity Blood. Why, oh why did I have to get this to kick off my anime collection 3 years ago? Welcome to my second review for the Studio Gonzo special, co-hosted by the Geek Critic 89 and the Lava Buster. Like Basilisk, this thing was released in 2005. However, this one may have the technical mastery in terms of its visuals as Last Exile, but it's got the bad pacing problem of Desert Punk, but in the opposite direction. We start off by getting a good bit of story in the first half, but then we get almost no story through 10 of the remaining 12 episodes of this 24-episode pile of crock. And the final 2 episodes come off as extremely rushed, and the ending is extremely weak and open-ended. Now, for those who don't know, this series was actually based on a series of light novels written by author Suano Yoshida. Sadly, he couldn't finish the novels. Why? He died in 2004 due to lung cancer. So he had to ask his good friend, who is the author of the Ragnarok novels, let me see if I can find the name, Kentaro Yasui, to step in and finish the remainder of the series, which then got turned into the anime and then a 13-volume ongoing manga. This is yet another seinen title, but with the way the character models are given those gray, almost plastered kind of skin tones and such, you would think this makes the show look more like a shoujo series. And I find the manga the biggest bastardization between the 3 adabs. Okay, what's this about? It's set in the 40th century, 900 years after an event called Armageddon. After the UN ordered a mandatory colonization program on Mars when the Earth's populace became too crowded, some of the colonists on Mars contracted a virus known as bacillus, or whatever, turning them into vampires. Or, as they're called in this show, Methuselah. And unfortunately, it gave them the common weakness of a vampire: bad reaction to sunlight. War broke out, and then a truce occurred in the current time frame. The humans, now known as Terrans, rely on the Vatican as their last line of defense in the possibility of a Methuselah takeover in the assault. One of their 8 agents of their special covert ops team called Axe is neither human nor vampire. His name? Father Abel Nightload. What is he? He's a Krusnik. He's basically a scientifically and genetically altered vampire who has a nasty sugar sweet tooth and feeds on the blood of other vampires. Huh. Weird, but whatever. Now, is this Now, if you're guessing, yes, this has some similarities to Hellsing. But then some people also say it's almost a similarity to Trigun. How? Overused Christian symbolism, number one. Two, the main character is a bumbling pacifist who will never take a human life, but will kill is a bumbling pacifist who will never take a human life. Difference between Abel and Vash is he will kill the vampires, but only if he has to. And three, both wield great power, but are afraid to use it. The only comparison he's got with Alucard, he's a vampire, or a vampire-esque creature. That's the best way I can put a Crucinik. And much like Vash, he also has an evil twin named Cain Nightlord, who leads a terrorist organization of vampires hell-bent on breaking the tentative truce between the Terrans and the Methuselah. The first half, if you're gonna watch this, stop after the 12th episode. The 12th episode is where most of the plot and character... The first 12 episodes are where the plot and character development are mostly found, as it focuses on Abel and his fellow Axe agents. The second half, unfortunately, trips over itself when it focuses on the two whiniest characters in the show. Prince Iron Fortuna and Sister Esther Blanchett, a young woman who Abel finds and brings back to Rome and has her inducted into the Catholic Church. Or something like that, I don't know. And when Abel unlocks his nanomachine releases, which are similar to Alucard's vampiric control art restriction releases, he gets more and more Bishonen, if you ask me. Of course, catch is he has to have a certain amount of vampire blood to use each amount safely. The action scenes are pretty well done in this show, showcasing Gonzo when they're doing overly stylish, over-the-top fights. The CG, while overbearing at times, actually blends in fairly well with this series. I mean, it's set in the future, so you're going to have some form of spaceships, rockets, missiles, and so forth. Now, I could forgive the ending given the fact that, as mentioned, the original author died before 6 months before the anime came out, and the novels didn't end until a year later, until a year after this anime came out. But if you were to ask me, Trinity Blood is one you'll have to take with a grain of salt, a gold cross, a wooden stake, and a mallet. The weekly used commentary on against prejudice, whiny side characters that get too much screen time in the second half, and anemic ending really ruin what could have been at least a decent series. What could have been a very good series, in my opinion. Do I still recommend to get it? Yeah, but you'll want to stop watching it after only just maybe two airings. After seeing through it twice. I give this thing a 7.5 out of 10, I guess. That's it. I'm out of here.